Hello friends, good evening all of you. So today's session we are going to see about research aptitude, methods of research topic. So here methods of research and steps of research. Methods of research they will ask about statement question, match the following questions like this. Steps of research is the next parts are very important that they will ask in the chronological order. Okay, so both are the important only. Just we can move on to the session. First one, we will see types of research we have completed already. So first, what is the difference between types of research and methods of research? We can see, then we can move on to the topic. First one, what is the meaning of that? Types of research means classification of research based on the purpose and objective. What is the nature? What is the meaning? What is the uses? Depends on the classification. Methods means what techniques we are going to use, what procedures we are going to use to collect and analyze the data and to use the data. And focus what kind of research is being conducted. For example, any types of different types are there. So for this focus, which types of research has to be conducted, that is will be decided. Here that research how is going to be conducted, that it will decide in the methods of research. Answers for example, what type of study in this, that is going to decide in the types of research. So that what types of study, for example, you are taking its experimental study or something. So how it will be collected and analyzed, it's going to be see in the methods of research. For example, here basic research, applied, descriptive, analytical, experimental, exploratory, explanatory, is the historical, everything is the types of research. Here we can say survey, interview, collection, how we are going to collecting and analyze the data through observation, through questionnaires, experiment, through case studies, and focus group like this. Okay, now we can move on to the methods of research. Okay, first one, survey method. The survey method involves collecting information from large groups of people. For example, actually the survey will take for every people while year for a year end this is process actually everywhere. So the survey will take for population calculation also. So like this, your large group of people using questionnaires or interviews, they'll collect the data. It is useful for studying opinions and attitudes and their behaviors and what are the characteristics of population like this. So characteristics actually large sample size, structured questionnaires they will make and they will ask the they will use this one, and cost effective and produces quantitative data, not qualitative, quantitative data. For example, how many of them 1,000 members like this, so quantitative number wise. Example, we can take the research wants to know how satisfied college students are with the online learning. So participants we can take 500 college students. Tool online questionnaires. So collected satisfaction range 1 to 5 means, for example, 1 is very good, 2 means good, 3 means normal, 4 means not satisfied. uh, like this, 5 minutes is not fully not satisfied like this. So 72% of students satisfied with the online learning means it will take the numbering this one quantity. Next one, experimental method. So the experimental methods used to determine cause and effect. Actually, that's keyword very important. Wherever it's cause and effect is there, that is called experimental. Everything is theory questions based on keywords only. We will get answer. So cause and effect relationship between variables. So the researchers manipulates one variable means independent variable and observe the another variable that is called dependent variable. So what are the characteristics here means control groups and experimental group, manipulation of variables, and scientific and objective and test hypothesis. So example, we can take AI based learning improve students performance. So here use AI learning software. Control group use traditional teaching. We can measure using compare final exam score. So using that conclusion, just we can take students using AI score is a higher, significantly higher, indicating AI positively affect learning. So like this, just they are going to use cause and effect relationship, just going to check. Next one, observation method. What is observation method? The researchers watches and records participants' behavior without directly asking questions. So through observation, that's all. Just they are going to observe their what they are doing. So depends on that they are collecting that results. So like direct observation, natural settings, no interference, can be structured or unstructured also. Example, the researchers behave how students participate during group discussion. So the number of students participating, time spending, and how they are actively participating, what is the interaction with peers, like this they are going to calculate. An interview method. So the interview method involves direct interaction between the researcher and participants to collect detailed information. For example, we have to collect one data, just assume that. Questionnaire means what we will do. We'll make a questions, 100 questions, we will give 100 members and what they are doing. Majority depends on the majority marks, we will get collection. So interview means separate face to face, they can ask the questions, depends on that what they are saying. So how many of them, it's a majority what they are saying, depends on that they collect the information. So here this is open-ended questions, in-depth responses, and flexible and rich qualitative data. And example, we can say, for example, teachers about challenges implementing natural education, NEP 2020. So like this, we can take any scenarios. Just to have taken something scenarios, but sometimes they will ask a direct question. Sometimes they will ask match the following question. Sometimes some scenarios they will give and they will ask whether this is under which methods of research also they can ask. Okay, case study method. So case study is an intensive individual investigation of a single person, organization, or event or institution gain detailed understanding. So this is actually in-depth analysis, focus on one case, uses multiple sources of information. They will collect multiple sources. From multiple sources they can collect, and rich contextual understanding. Example is one autonomous college that actually was successfully implementing outcome-based education. So data collected from maybe faculty interviews, maybe student feedback, maybe parents feedback, institutional reports, and so many ways of stakeholders. Just they can collect from stakeholders, like there's so many places. And historical method, I said many times, I said historical means past events, everything past data. So historical method studies past events using historical records, documents, reports, letters, accused, and other evidence to understand present situations. So studies past events, uses secondary data, help understand trends over time. So secondary data means what? It's a backup data only, secondary data. So backup, whether they have saved data. So example, we can take the evolution of higher education in India after independence. So what is the government reports, educational commission reports, historical documents, and anything, just they can collect and they can see this result. And correlation methods. Correlational methods is examine whether two or more variables are related. It identifies the relationship but does not establish cause and effect. Cause and effect what? That is experimental. So here does not establish the cause and effect. Characteristic studies association, no manipulation of variables, uses correlation coefficients. For example, just the relationship between study hours and examination marks they can see, and using that one they can take a correlation method results. So again, I'll tell you scenarios depends on, they can ask any scenarios. So we have to understand what happened the scenario, just we have to understand, and we have to analyze the what is the methods of research we have to write. Action research. Action means immediate. That's one of the main keyword, immediate. So here action research is conducted to solve an immediate practical problem in a specific setting, and such as classrooms or workplace. Problem solving conducted by practitioners. Immediate solution, immediate application, improves existing practices. And for example, just for example, we can take anything. Action. Evaluation research. So evaluation research assesses the effectiveness, efficiency, or impact of your program as a program policies and intervention, like measures outcomes, support decision making, identify strength and weakness, like this. Okay, just this is based to questions. Which research method is most appropriate for studying cause and effect? I told you that's a cause and effect. Which method? That is called experimental method. Keywords, one full and full theory concept. We need to focus keywords is more than enough. Keywords and definitions and example. It's enough more than. No need to work out, no need to read through so much. So the experimental method establishes cause and effect by manipulating the independent variable and observing its effect on the independent variable. Which research methods mainly used for collecting data from a large number of respondents? Large number means that's a keyword for survey. Okay. Which research methods used to study past event? Past event is keyword for historical. So historical research. Which research method is most suitable for solving immediate? Immediate where what is the keyword? Action. So action research. Okay, so assertion question. The survey method is suitable for collecting data from large population. Yes, the survey method. So survey methods usually use structured questionnaires and standardized data collection procedures. Yes, both are correct. A option. Experimental research establishes cause and effect relationship. Yes, correct. The research is manipulates the independent variable while controlling the other variables. That's also correct. Okay. So here you can see the teacher. A teacher that wants to improve students' participation in classroom discussions. So introduces a group activities, observe the outcomes and modifiers or teaching strategies based on the results. So which research method is illustrated here? Action research. Because want to improve the students' participation, so it's going to be it's a activity, immediate activity will be there. So that's action research. Okay, I told you already. So normally we used to give this is notes of that every concept while exam time. Just you can refer before you are reading everything that will be important. But before exam day, just you can go through. These are the tables. Just you can keep in the one file. You can go through everything. It will be very best for this one. We can see best method of collecting data from large. We know that is survey. Cause and effect experimental. Observing natural behavior observation. Methods for detailed personal experiences interview. One person or institution case study. And studying past events historical. Classroom problems, that is action research. Solving classroom problems. Finding relationship between variables correlational. Okay. So I hope this is clear for you. This is just we are going to see next video. It's a steps of research. Steps of research, sure we will getting many times we are getting that this chronological order questions. Okay, we can see the next video, steps of research. Thank you all of you. Thank you once again.